With 5 matches to go of the 86-87 Serie A season, Napoli sat 4 points clear with 5 matches to go. Despite losing just 2 games all season, Napoli and Maradona would lose 4 and draw 1, fumbling the chance of back-to-back Scudetto wins. But what happened, and how were the Italian Mafia involved? In 1984, after 2 complicated years at Barcelona, Napoli paid a world record fee of £6.9 million to bring a 23-year-old Maradona to the San Paolo. The Napoli move was a surprise. Inter, AC Milan, Roma and Juventus were the big clubs in Italy at the time, with Napoli having finished 10th and 12th in the 83 and 84 Serie A seasons. But Maradona's style suited Napoli perfectly. The south of Italy always felt like the north looked down upon them, and now Napoli had a star who could represent them both on and off the pitch. In Maradona's first season, Napoli finished 8th, and the season after they improved further, finishing in 3rd. But it was his 3rd season in 86-87 when Maradona would make his name. Maradona would lead Napoli to their first Scudetto win and completed the double with a Coppa Italia win as well. This wasn't the last time we saw an Argentine lead his side to a prestigious Scudetto win. Battistuta, when he joined Roma in the summer of 2000, joined for a world record transfer fee for a player over the age of 30, around £32 million. Fabio Capello and the Roma board were desperate for a title win after Lazio's success in the previous season. Battistuta would go on to score 20 league goals, with Totti and Montella each picking up 13 goals each, propelling Roma to their 3rd Scudetto victory and their first since 1983. Lazio's success under Sven-Göran Eriksson the season before in 99-2000 was also kick-started by the arrival of not one but 2 Argentines, with one Sebastian Veron joining in the summer of 1999 from Parma in an £18.1 million deal, with Diego Simeone also joining from Inter Milan for £9.8 million. Lazio under the management of Eriksson would go on to win the title, 1 point ahead of Ancelotti's Juventus. However, Maradona's achievement was even greater than this. He would also lead Napoli to a Scudetto victory in the 89-90 season and the UEFA Cup in 1989 as well, with Maradona scoring 19 goals in 88-89 and 18 goals in 89-90, proving not just to be Napoli's key creative player but also their key goal scorer. However, Maradona could have had another Scudetto to his name. In 1988, Napoli had lost just 2 games all season, going into the last 5 games, 4 points clear of Milan, but somehow lost 4 of those 5 games, practically handing the title to Arrigo Sacchi's side. However, the title loss was wrapped in conspiracy, with the Camorra, which is the Italian Mafia based in Naples, relying heavily on the Toto Nero, the black market gambling, as a source of revenue. After Napoli's title win in 87, it seemed like every single Neapolitan had put their money on Maradona's Napoli retaining the title the season after. See, the Camorra had a different organisational structure to most crime groups. It was made up of clans who would run different parts of Napoli, and there was often violence between the clans, making Naples a hotbed for mafia violence in the 1980s. But the Camorra had been tied to Maradona and Napoli from the start. It's reported that the Camorra contributed to the $10.5 million that Napoli had paid Barcelona to sign Maradona. It was reported by journalist Simone Di Meo that if Napoli had won that season, the Camorra would have had to pay out 200 billion lira in bets. Essentially, Maradona and Napoli would have bankrupted the mafia crime families. Maradona did have ties to the Camorra, being close with the Giuliano clan, the family that ran the impoverished neighbourhood of Forcella, and it's even reported that Maradona's later descent into the world of partying and cocaine had links to the mafia as well. Maradona had started using cocaine in 1982 whilst at Barcelona, but his addiction grew after he established ties with the Camorra whilst at Napoli, as reportedly towards the late 1980s he was going on cocaine benders from Sunday after the game to Wednesday before sobering up for training on Thursday and Friday, and then playing the game on the weekend. His Napoli career would end in 1992 after being given a 15-month ban in 1991 for testing positive for cocaine. This wouldn't be the last positive test, as famously Maradona was expelled from the 1994 World Cup in America after testing positive for the banned substance ephedrine. However, in the 87-88 season, unsettling events were never far, with Maradona's car being smashed up and midfielder Salvatore Bagne's house being burgled twice. Whilst nothing is clear, what is known is that the Camorra had massive control over Napoli and were experts in intimidation, and with them standing to lose massive amounts of money, these sorts of coincidences become even less likely. Did Napoli intentionally throw the title? Was it intimidation? We can't know for sure, but what we do know is that Maradona inspired Napoli to 2 Scudettos, a UEFA Cup and a Coppa Italia, and almost bankrupted the Mafia in the process. If you want to watch another video about one of the greats of the game, I have got a video on the Brazilian Ronaldo at Barcelona Barcelona, which should be out now as well, which will be linked in the description below. Also, if you do like the look of these phone cases, I'll leave the link in the description below. Anything you buy will help support the channel. My personal favourite is the Ronaldo Sue celebration one, even though I do also like the Fergie one as well. But be sure to go over to the site linked in the description. They've got a lot of other designs as well, and if you use code AF at checkout, you should get 25% off as well.